So, you want the truth. You want facts. Well, that's what you're going to get from the Let's Grow with Yo-Yo podcast. Every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, let's get with the discussion. And here's your fact-finding host with the most attitude, Yomi.
Welcome. This is your girl Yo-Yo, and we are back for another season of Let's Grow with Yo-Yo. It is the new year. It is January 2024. Can you believe it? We made it, y'all. We made it to a whole nother year. Praise God for that. So I pray and hope that you all had a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, a Happy New Year. What did y'all do for New Year's? Me? I was in the bed. We didn't have night service that night. So I stayed in the bed. I went to sleep. I woke up about midnight, saw the ball drop, and we went right back to sleep. Yes. Yep. I was tired. I was exhausted. Yeah, that was me. So I pray that you all had a wonderful holiday and everything. But we are back. We are back in a new season, new things are happening, so much is going on. So you know what that means. Church announcements. Okay, so first up, we have the Well Woman Experience, the Forgiver Conference, which is going to be March 22nd through March 23rd, 2024 in Hampton, Virginia. This is our fourth year at the conference. We did it in 2020 with live and in person. 21, we did it virtually. 22, we skipped. 22, we didn't do it. 23, it was live and in person, and virtually. And this year, we are going back live. We are hoping that we have, we're going to show some virtual stuff, but mainly it's going to be in person. We could feel the spirit, fellowship with each other, and love on each other. So if you don't have your tickets, go to planinc.com. That's PLANINC.com and grab your tickets. You get a 2-for-1, so that can't beat that, right? Until I think the end of the month, you get that. And then we have the Sisterhood Brunch, which is going to be April 20th, 2024 in Killeen, Texas. This is going to be my third annual Sisterhood Brunch. It is going to be an intimate setting. We're going to have some conversations, some tough conversations, some conversations that will help us grow as women and eat some good food. You know, an hour and a half out of your time on a Saturday. That's all I ask. And we are just going to love on each other. So those are the church announcements. The Forgive Conference 2nd through March 23rd, 2024 in Hampton, Virginia. I'm sorry, my voice is going out. The Sisterhood Conference, the Sisterhood Brunch, April 20th, 2024. All right, y'all. Y'all know what's happening. My favorite. Did you know in Black history? Did you know that there was a young lady by the name of Claudette Colvin that didn't give up her seat months before Rosa Parks did? Did y'all know that? Well, let me explain it to you. Claudette was born in 1939 in Alabama. On March 2nd, 1955, students from Booker T. Washington High School was let out. And Claudette rides the bus home, right? That was her means of getting home. Some students walked, some students rode the bus. She took a seat by a window because she was exhausted from school job. You know, school messes with your brain a little bit. And she was daydreaming. She was always wanted to be a civil rights lawyer and activist. That was her dream. So on this particular day of March 2nd, 1955, the bus driver stopped the bus and told Claudette to give up her seat to a white passenger that was standing, and she refused. She was not having it. She didn't give up her seat. Of course, he insisted. She still did not give up her seat. The police were called. The police came, asked her to give up her seat, and she still did not. They grabbed her and drug her off that bus, y'all. And the entire time she was saying that she had a constitutional right to sit anywhere on that bus she wanted. That was her constitutional right, y'all. She was 15 years old at this time. Now, she pleaded not guilty, of course, but was charged with, let me get it right, segregation laws, assaulting a police officer, and disturbing the peace. I don't know if she hit the man or not, but I guess resisting arrest is assaulting a police officer. And segregation laws, of course, the South in 1955 was still segregated somewhat. So she was caught violating them and disturbing the peace. I guess when she was yelling, "This is my constitutional right," she was disturbing the peace. This was 9 months before Rosa Parks and the bus boycott happened. So somehow Miss Claudette not giving up her seat is getting erased out of history. But I just want to bring that to y'all attention that it was someone else before Rosa Parks came and didn't give up her seat. It was a 15-year-old young lady who didn't want to give up her seat. And this was 9 months before Rosa Parks did. So we have to look at the history of all. And she was one of the pivotal reasons why the boycott happened and Rosa Parks. So that is your Did You Know in Black History. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my voice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, so much is going on this year. I don't know if you all had watched the Iowa caucus. And, of course, Donald Trump won that. And I kind of knew that he would win this because I watched how people in that state didn't think he did anything wrong by trying to overturn the election, believed he was better for the country, blah, 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 blah. So we'll see. Now, I wanted to come on here. This is not going to be a long, drawn out show tonight. My voice is going in and out. But I wanted to come on here and talk to you all about this election year. Every election is important. Every single election. Not just the presidential election, but every single election is important. I'm going to take my glasses off so you can see my face. No, I don't have no makeup on because my allergies have been kicking my butt and my face is like sore. My nose, my eyes, everything. Anyway, we saw what happened in 2020 when former President Donald J. Trump did not want to give up his position as president. He wanted to be a dictator and stay in office the entire time. He lost, plain and simple. Was no voter fraud. His own people investigated it. It was no voter fraud. And he incited an insurrection. He caused these people to go out here and destroy our capital. Even the Republicans at the time that were in that seat were running for their lives. But yet, they say they were peacefully protesting. And there's video of them running for their lives, hiding with their gas masks, so on and so forth. I said all that to say this. This year, not only is the presidential election important, but there's 435 seats in the House of Representatives that is coming open. What is going on? That is coming available for re-election. I need you all to go and find out your district representative on the federal level. See who they are. Look at their core values, what their policies that they're trying to put in place, and then look at their opponents. And either one that lines up with your values, your morals, what you would like for this country, that's who you vote for. Okay? I'm not telling you who to vote for. That's who you need to vote for. I'm going to do my due diligence and find out who the senators are for each state and who their opponents are. Listen, it's going to take me a minute, but I'm going to do my research and I'm going to try to get it done as much quickly as possible and have a booklet for you all to e-booklet so you all can purchase and look at it. All right, I need y'all to understand this. Not only 435 seats in the House of Representatives that is coming open, I believe it's 35 seats in the Senate that is coming open for re-election. I need you all to do the same thing that you would do for the House of Representatives. People, even if Donald J. Trump, God forbid, he gets back in office, as long as he doesn't have a Republican House and a Republican Senate, he won't get the things done that he wants to get done. Now, here's the kicker. I'm not sure if you all listen to him talk on any of his when he's out platforms that he does, True Social, or when he's out doing the country and he's on stage. He said he wants to be a dictator for one day, but that's a lie. He said that he would allow his cabinet members to go and kill people that do not do as he said. I'm telling you all, this is where our country is going. And I understand everybody's concerned about Gaza, Israel, the Congo. But I have to ask, what are you all doing besides saying you're not going to vote? Because at the end of the day, if you don't vote, you can best believe these people will be voting. And majority of them will vote for Donald J. Trump. Because they want segregation back. They want to tell women what to do with their bodies. They want you not to have an abortion. Let me tell y'all something. And then there's the judge, a federal judge in the state of Texas, decided that the hospitals will not perform emergency life-saving procedures on a mother. If the mother dies, the baby dies. That, oh my gosh, people don't understand that. But they are trying to take a woman's rights away totally and completely. I think about Handmaid's Tale. I don't know if you all see that show, but I think about how in the beginning, it was one little thing, right? One little thing. A guy wrote a book. Another guy put it into motion. Then slowly moving women out of workforce, right? Taking the women's money and giving it to the head of the house, the man. If they were married, it was their husband. Or if they weren't, it was their father or their brothers, right? And women didn't have control over their own bodies. So I'm not saying we get in there doing that, but we are in that realm of going backwards to 1950s, 40s, 30s, and 20s. I don't want to do that. I think about my daughters. I think about my nieces, my nephews, and the country that I love, but doesn't love me back. We have to think about all this when we're voting. Not voting is a vote for Donald Trump. Voting third party is a vote for, is a vote for Donald Trump. If you vote third party, I'm going to tell you now, not every state puts a third party candidate on a ballot. No, they do not. So what is the point? And if you want things to get done, make sure your House of Representatives and your Senate, your Congress, is doing their part. Not just the federal level, we're talking state level as well. That means your mayors, your councilmen and women, your governors, your district attorneys, your judges. those, your attorney generals, those are significant this year also, because they start at the lower level and it goes up. I know here in Texas, I call them Hot Wheels. Governor Abbott was on TV saying, well, we're doing this at the border, we're doing that, but look at, we ain't shooting them. That ain't cool, right? So this year is going to be a tremendous year. It's going to be a year where we fight for our lives as Black and brown and indigenous people and other people of color. Not just because what's going over there in Gaza. And a lot of you all are one issue voters. Do you understand if it's a genocide over there, we're going to have a genocide right here if that man gets back in office, especially for people that look like me. Climate change is real, but he doesn't believe that. So I just would hope and pray that you all see the fact that voting is your right, right? It's important for this country, and it's important for your families. So, again, 435 seats in the Senate. The House of Representatives coming open. 35 seats in the Senate is coming open. Certain states and cities are having a mayoral election. Judges are coming up for election. DAs are coming up for election. Councilmen and women are coming up for election. Do your due diligence and find out who is running, and research, so you can put in place the person or people that's going to represent you. Now, I'm going to say this. Nobody can give you 100% of what you want or what you need. No one. That's a husband, a wife, children, a governor, a lawyer. Nobody's going to give you 100%. If you get 70% of what you desire and your morals and your ethics thing, that's who you vote for, and that's who you go with. 70% is better than nothing. Because you can best believe if you're any person of color and he gets in office, you ain't getting nothing. And guess what else? If you ever looked at the Project 25 plan, I highly recommend you go and read it. They're trying to do away with voting rights for Black and brown people. They don't want us to hold an office. And if we do, we can't talk. We can't speak. We can't do anything. So my thing is, from this day forward, research your people, vote for who you think is best for your rights, and go from there. Don't let them take that away. Don't let them, that Martin Luther King, who we celebrated this past Monday, don't let him do his thing in vain. Don't let Reston, the guy who formed and created and put together the March on Washington, his things go in vain for him putting something together that will bring this country together and get rid of segregation. Don't let Claudette Colvin, what she did, go in vain because we don't care, we don't want to vote. Don't let people that still living, that were here during that time of segregation, that were being called nigga. On my father's birth certificate, I saw this the other day, it called him colored. Yes, he was born in 1945 in North Carolina. And they put on his birth certificate colored. Again, we need to do what we can to save this country. I'm telling you, we have to do what we can. So, 435 seats in the Senate and the House of Representatives is coming open. Find out who your district senators are. Look who their opponent is and vote accordingly. Then, cut that off, sorry. The Senate, 35 seats are coming open. Then, of course, your local. Not just the presidency, y'all. We can't just work on the presidency. We got to work on everything else. Okay? All right, that is the end of this show tonight. I appreciate all of you for being here. I appreciate the love and the support. And I hope and pray that you all have a blessed and wonderful day. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Let's Grow with Yo-Yo Podcast. And thank you for wanting the truth and facts, because that makes for a more interesting discussion. And with the simple click to subscribe, we'll invite you back to our next episode every Thursday at 7 p.m.